Hey everyone, so today I want to tell you about something that's happening in a small country called Lesotho in southern Africa. Their whole economy is really small, only about $2.1 billion. But one thing they're really known for is making jeans and clothes for big American brands like Levi's and Wrangler. Here's the problem about 70% of their exports go to the US, and now suddenly the US has put a 50% tariff on everything they send. That's a huge tax, and it basically makes Lesotho's products way too expensive to sell in America. Why does that matter? Because those clothing factories are the biggest private employers in the country. They provide jobs for about 36,000 people, and most of them are women. These jobs don't just support families, they also keep other parts of the economy going, like transportation and banking. So if those factories shut down, it's a total disaster. The US says this is about a trade deficit. America buys more from Lesotho than Lesotho buys from the US. But here's the thing people in Lesotho are really poor. They just don't have the money to buy American goods. So asking them to fix the trade balance is like asking someone who's broke to go shopping more. It just doesn't work. Right now, Lesotho is trying to negotiate a new deal, but time is running out. And that's really sad as this isn't just about numbers or trade, and it's about real people whose lives are on the line. Let's take a closer look at how the situation affects Lesotho's economic growth. In the past, Lesotho experienced strong growth because it received foreign direct investment, mainly from companies in China and Taiwan. These companies built clothing factories, bought equipment, and helped the country grow its physical capital. With that, Lesotho was able to produce clothes cheaply and sell them to the US, thanks to a special trade deal called AGOA. Around 70% of their exports went to the US, and this export based strategy created tens of thousands of jobs, especially for women. It also helped grow other countries like transport and banking. So, overall, we can say investment plus export is equal to economic growth, at least in this case. But then the US suddenly placed a 50% tariff on Lesotho's products. This made their goods more expensive in the US and demand dropped. This caused a fall in net exports, which is a major part of aggregate demand. That's the total demand for goods in an economy. When demand falls, factories shut down, people lose jobs, and the economy slows down. Even though Lesotho still has the factories, they aren't being used because no one is buying. This means the capital is there, but it's underused. And if people lose their jobs, they spend less, which leads to even less demand. This is a negative cycle that pulls the economy down. Also, Lesotho doesn't really have other big countries to sell to. It's hard for them to suddenly find a new export market, and they're too poor to import much from the US, so they can't really fix the trade balance either. So, in the short run, the real GDP falls. In the long run, the growth slows down because foreign investors may stop coming and existing factories must shut down for goods. This shows that for a country to keep growing, it's not enough to have capital or production. It also needs strong and stable demand. And when that demand is lost, especially in a country as small and poor as Lesotho, the impact can be devastating.